Hello, and thanks for joining me. My name is Mike Gendron. I'm a partner with CFO Insight. Today we're going to continue the discussion about cashing out at full value, business process. You'll recall the last time we talked about working through the details of business process by function and by activity. Today we're going to talk about two major things: macro leadership and a learning environment. Macro leadership and a learning environment. You might look at it as top down and bottom up. So let's talk about macro leadership. In order to have an effective process change in any company, you've got to have leadership from the top. CFO, CEO, Chief Marketing Officer, Chief Human Resources Officer, you have to have leadership from the top so that you reinforce throughout the company your goal of improved business process. One way to do that is to have reporting, accountability, and business dashboards. Why are these important? Well, if you have the greatest process in the world, well documented, thoroughly researched, but you never measure performance against that process, you probably won't get good results. It's just the way things work. So the reporting, accountability, and dashboards that I discussed are measures that you develop based on what is most important, the most important business processes you have in your company. You'll want to have management reporting, you'll want to have structured meetings, periodic meetings, looking at performance, and the challenge that management has is continuous positive reinforcement to measure the results of the key business processes. So you might have weekly meetings, you might have monthly meetings, certainly you'll have quarterly and annual meetings discussing your business process improvement. But again, when you are cashing out, you'll want to be able to demonstrate that the key procedures are in effect. One way to do that, measurement. Your measurements and your meetings, well, you want to have follow-up discussions, minutes perhaps, of those meetings, indicating that you're actually doing things when you find opportunities for process improvement, such as failures, process failures, and also an open environment in the management process that allows people to bring up new improvements. So that's the top-down macro leadership. Bottom up, a learning environment. Every level, every single level in the organization should be driving toward continuous improvement. There are no such things as failures as much as they are opportunities. So the bottom up creates a learning organization. Everybody in the company is trying to improve, and you don't shoot the messenger. Remember the last time we talked about the credit memos and how it improved the new customer sign-up process, new customer registration process. Remember the quality failures in the warranty area. An individual in the company knew that it was a problem and they weren't encouraged to bring it up and fix it. Well, how much did that cost the company in competitive conditions? A lot. A lot. So this continuous improvement, well, we want people to feel comfortable to flowchart and continually amend business processes within the management environment. In other words, they can't do it on their own without getting outside the bounds of their management responsibility. But we want people to feel free to flowchart things. And this is not a 10-page flowchart. This is looking at the key activities within any business process, in any function, saying, is there a better way to do it? Continuous reinforcement will encourage people to do that, raise change, and improve your business processes. Now, in your environment of continuous improvement, when somebody is doing due diligence review, and they're out talking to people in these key processes, they're going to compare what the people say they're doing to what the key processes documentation say they're doing. And those will reinforce, they will reinforce the value of your company if all your business processes are adhered to. So let's go back. We want to identify the key processes that add value in your company. We want to have process flows. We want to have written instructions. We want to have training of those instructions, and we want to encourage people to continuously improve. Those things will increase the value of your company because it demonstrates management commitment, demonstrates thorough culture involvement of the entire organization, and you demonstrate it through documentation of the findings. Why would you do this? Well, if you pick the most significant value-add process in your organization, document it and improve it, you will be more competitive. And then we're going back to the things that we discussed early on: multiples and desirability in a competitive environment. So let's talk about it again. Last summary. We're talking about leadership from the top down, which is reinforcement and creating a culture of continuous improvement, and compliance from the bottom up, where everyone in your organization is driving toward continuous improvement and willing and anxious to bring up what we might view in other companies as failures as opportunities. Thanks for joining me. Next time we'll be talking about plant and assets.